Hello students, in this tutorial let us see what are phase velocity and group velocity. Wave packets, we understood how they form. So it is because of the superposition of the two waves. When they interfere each other, they form a envelope. The resultant waves forms a envelope of group of waves. Okay, so this we understood that envelope of group of waves are called as what? These are called as wave packets. This is same for all the waves, whatever waves it may be, whether it is the sound waves or electromagnetic waves or any waves. When two waves of slightly different frequency or wavelength they interfere with each other, there will be a packet of waves that is called as beats in sound. The same way that those beats are also called as the wave packets. In the same way, everywhere it will be there will be packets, wave packets. When two or more waves interfere each other or superimpose each other, then what happens? There will be a formation of wave packets. So when there will be a in that wave packet, the amplitude is what? Variable. It is not constant as the individual waves, the amplitude of the individual waves. So in these individual waves we can see that the amplitude is constant everywhere. So but it is not the case in this envelope. So the amplitude is variable here. So the amplitudes will be variable in these wave packets, and where the constructive interference takes place, in that region only these wave packets will be formed. Apart from that, where there is the phase matching will not be there or destructive interference takes place, at that point there is no amplitude. That means amplitude will be zero, these portions. Okay, when waves interfere with each other, they constructively interfere at certain region, and beyond that region they interfere destructively. Okay, so this will form a wave packet. Now let us understand what is phase velocity and what is group velocity. So phase velocity, if suppose we consider a single wave, so let us consider this wave. So any point, we let us put a point on any of the wave. So this point tells about the phase of that wave at that particular point. Phase means angle. So what is the angle of that wave at that particular point? That is what the phase. So when the waves are in motion, when they are moving, so how that wave or that point will move with that wave, that gives the phase velocity. So the phase velocity is what? It is represented by v phase or vp. This is the terminology used for phase velocity. So phase velocity is what? A point marked on a wave can be regarded as representing a particular phase of the wave at that point. The velocity with which such a point would propagate is known as the phase velocity, or this is also called as wave velocity. So this is what? Phase velocity. That is what? Any velocity or the velocity of a individual wave is called as the phase velocity, with which with what speed it moves, that is what is called as the phase velocity. And what is group velocity? When these two or more waves combine together or combined each other, they superimpose, then what happens? They forms a envelope. the resultant waveform will be the envelope of group of waves that we call as the wave packet or group waves or wave groups. We call it as wave groups or wave packets. So the velocity with which the resultant envelopes of the group of waves travel is called as the group velocity. It is represented, or the terminology used for the group velocity is V group or Vg. Usually Vg is the terminology used to represent the group velocity, and this group velocity is equal to the particle velocity. So we know that anywhere in this wave packet, so particle may be present here or here, that is uncertain. We don't know where it will be. That, but the amplitude shows the probability of finding the particle at that particular region. So where the amplitude is more, the more probability of finding the or presenting that particle is more. Where the amplitude is less, the probability of presenting or probability of particle at that point is less compared to high probability. That doesn't mean that particle won't be here at this less amplitude region. Particle can be anywhere in the region in this wave packet, so where the constructive interference takes place from this small amplitude to large amplitude, or again with the small amplitude, anywhere it can be present. So this group velocity, the velocity of these wave groups are equal to the velocity of that particle with which particle moves. The speed of the particle is, if suppose we consider it as v, that group velocity vg will also be equal to the velocity of particle. Before going to the mathematical description of particle waves and phase velocity and group velocity, first find out what is a general formula for waves. Let us find out what is the general formula of waves. In the figure, there is a wave, so which is simple harmonic in nature. This direction shows the x and this is the y direction. So from the figure itself, it is shows that when t is equal to 0 or x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0, t time t is equal to 0, y is what? Maximum. Y is maximum. So the displacement of the wave along the y direction is maximum when x is minimum and t is 0, or x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. So the displacement y, the displacement of the wave along the y direction, that is what y, which will be equal to along the y direction at any future time t, at any future time t, and at the same place, any future time t and at the same place, that is what here or here, at this place or this place, this is what the same place. So where y is maximum at that same place is given by the formula y is equal to a 2 pi nu into t, where a is the amplitude of the wave, which is the amplitude of the wave, and nu is the frequency of the wave. So this is the equation given for the y displacement of the wave, so which will be moving and at any time t, and the displacement of y at that particular point itself, what will be the equation? It will be y is equal to a cos 2 pi mu into t. Now wave starts moving and it reaches a certain distance x, reaches a certain distance x. So the speed, the distance moved by the wave is x with a speed equal to v at certain time t. So the equation or the wave formula given for this is y is equal to a cos omega t minus k into x. This is the equation we studied in the elementary classes. In the plus 2 level, we have learned this equation. Y is equal to a cos omega t minus kx. How this equation will be get? So we can see that thing in the elementary physics class. So here a is what? Amplitude. As we know that a is amplitude. This omega, where omega is equal to 2 pi nu, and this is what? Angular frequency. Angular k is what? K is the wave constant or wave number. This is given by k is equal to 2 pi lambda. This is a wave number. Wave. This is given by the equation k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Here v, the speed v is equal to what? Nu into lambda. We know that. So if you take the product of frequency and wavelength, we will get the speed of that particular wave. So v is equal to nu into lambda, or this you can write it as, so 1 by lambda is equal to nu by v. This is what we can get from this one. So here we substitute this 1 by lambda in place of 1 by lambda, nu by v, this one. Then k is equal to 2 pi nu by v, where 2 pi nu is what? Omega. So this will be omega by v, or we can write this as v is equal to omega by k. So what it gives, if you take the ratio of angular frequency and wave number, you can calculate the velocity of the wave. This is how we calculate the velocity of wave. So v is equal to what? Omega by k. So this is the velocity of, or speed of wave. Speed of wave. So how we can calculate? By dividing omega by k. We will get the value. We can calculate, or we can find the speed of the wave. So remind this equation as 1. This as equation 1, and this as equation 2. This as equation 2. Now let us see the mathematical description of wave group or wave packet. So here we can see two waves are there. One is y1 and another one is what? Y2. So y1 and y2 represents what? Displacement of the waves along y direction. Along y direction. So mathematical way of describing a wave group is in terms of what? The superposition of individual waves of different wavelengths. So what we are doing, we will be combining. That is what waves, when they combine, then what? The waves having a wavelength different from each other. So they combine. That is what the superposition happens there. Then what? The interference of waves with one another results in the variation in amplitude, results in the variation in their amplitude that defines the wave group. So here we can see that amplitudes are constant in y1 as well as y2. The wave, first wave, the amplitudes are same here. Here also the amplitudes are same. So when they combine, then what happens? The resultant wave or the resultant wave group will be having a variable amplitude. The variation in amplitude will be there. So this combination defines the variation or results in the variation in amplitude of the wave group. So if the velocity of the waves, so velocity of the waves are same, if the velocity of waves are same, then the velocity of wave group travels with the common phase velocity. So that means if this will be having v and this is also having v, then what happens? The resultant wave, this is what the resultant wave or the wave group, this will also having a velocity common with phase velocity of, that is what the velocity of the individual groups. But if the phase velocity varies with wavelength, then what happens? Different individual waves do not travel together. If there will be changes in its velocity, the velocity of the waves may be same, but the wavelength will differ. If the wavelength differs, then what happens? There will be the groups, the whatever the velocity waves which are moving together, now they are not moving together. This is the this is called as dispersion. So when, if the phase velocity varies with the wavelength, then different individual waves do not travel together. This is called as dispersion. So because of this, what happens? This results in the different velocity of wave group with phase velocity. So now what happens? This velocity, the velocity of this changes with the velocity of this one. Now this is what in the case of de Broglie waves. De Broglie waves. This happens with the de Broglie waves. So in de Broglie waves, what happens? There will be slight difference in the wavelength, because of which what happens? The wavelength or the velocity of the wave group will be different from the phase velocities of individual waves. Phase velocities of individual waves from which this wave group forms. Okay, this what happens in de Broglie waves. Here in these two waves, wave y1 having a angular frequency omega and wave number k. For wave y2, this will be slightly there will be slight difference in wavelength, because of which the angular frequency or slight difference in the frequency, because of which the angular frequency for this y2 wave is omega plus delta omega. Let us consider delta omega is what, a little bit more in the value of lambda with or frequency with wave y1. Okay. So now the wave number for the y2 is given by, is what, k plus delta k. So angular frequency of y1 is omega and wave number is k. The angular frequency for y2 is y plus delta omega and wave number is what, k plus delta k. Now let us see the mathematical description or mathematical expression for phase velocity and group velocity, and how we can get the expression for phase velocity as well as group velocity. So the wave equation for first wave is given by y1. This is from equation 1. From equation 1 we can write the wave equation. Y1 is equal to a cos omega t minus kx, and for second wave y2 is equal to a cos omega plus delta omega into t minus k plus delta k into x whole. So this is what the equation for wave equation for each waves, which we saw in the earlier diagram, earlier figure. Now combining these two waves, what we will get, the resultant wave y is equal to y1 plus y2, y1 plus y2. So let us write what is y1. Y is equal to a. I will take a, both side a is there, a as common here. Then cos omega t minus kx plus cos omega plus delta omega into t minus k plus delta k into x. So this is what the, I will take the different bracket over. Now this is the case. So see this expression. So omega t minus kx, we can write it as alpha, and omega plus omega delta omega into t minus k plus delta k into x, we can take this as beta. We can take this as beta. So from our trigonometric equation, what is that? Cos alpha plus cos beta will give you what? 2 cos alpha plus beta by 2 into cos alpha minus beta by 2. So after doing this, after substituting or using this formula in this expression, then we will get what? Y is equal to 2a, 2 is because of this one. So a is here. 2a cos 2 omega plus delta omega into t minus 2k plus delta k into x whole divided by what? 2 into cos omega delta omega t minus delta kx whole divided by. So after simplification, after using this formula in the above equation, then we will get the form of this. Now what we can do is this 2 omega plus delta omega, we can take this as equal to, or this is what, approximately equal to what, 2 omega. Why? Because delta omega is so small, and if you are adding with 2 times of omega, the value of 2 omega will not change that much. So that will be almost equal to or approximately equal to 2 omega. We can take that one. The same way we can take 2k plus delta k approximately equal to as 2k. So here also, if you are ignoring this delta k, then there won't be much change in the value of 2k. So but here we are not ignoring delta omega or delta k. Why? Why? Because if suppose, if a small amount or a small value is with a big value, there won't be much change in that one. But when we are when the value itself small, and if it is having some, and it is not with any big quantity, then we have to consider that small quantity itself. We should not ignore that small quantity over there. So because of that thing, we are not going to ignore this delta omega and delta k in the above equation, but here in the first term we will be ignoring delta omega and delta k. That is what the case here. Now we will write this equation omega y is equal to 2a into this. I will write this first, cos delta omega t, or delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x, this one, into, now I will write this term as considering this one, like cos 2 omega t by 2 minus 2k x by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. So and here also 2 gets cancelled. So we can eliminate here itself that one. So now we can write this as cos omega t minus k into x. So now what we got? We got the resultant wave equation as y is equal to 2a cos omega t delta omega t by 2 minus delta k by 2 into x, into cos omega t minus kx. So now look at this expression here at this part. So this one. So this is what the amplitude part of the equation. So from equation 1 is what? Equation 1 is y is equal to a cos omega t minus k into x. So this is what the part of this. But here it is constant. Here it is not constant. It is a variable part, and what we can say that this wave modulated this wave. That is what? This wave. This part has modulated this part, or the wave of this part. So modulating means what? It is giving or taking this wave in the particular direction. In which direction? So it is what? In the same way how it happens with the electric current. So charges will flow when current flows. That means when charges flows, we say that there will be flow of current. So for that thing, there is a medium is required. That is what done by the electrical conducting wires. So wires, what they modulate those charges to a direction. In which direction those wires are there, in all those directions current will be flowing. That means we can say that wire has modulated the electric current over there. So this is just an example how to understand the modulation. So this part is modulated, this part, by a value of what? Angular frequency delta omega and delta k. So from the previous equation, equation 2 gives us what? V is equal to omega by k. So this is what the speed, to find out what is the speed of that wave or the velocity of that wave. So here in this case also, to find the phase velocity, to find the phase velocity Vp. So this is what the part we have to consider, because what? This is what the wave of individual equation of individual waves. So phase velocity is with the individual wave. So Vp is equal to this omega by k, omega by k. So this is the expression for phase velocity, phase velocity, and for group velocity Vg is equal to this part, this one. So now what happens here? Delta omega, we can write that as delta omega by 2 divided by delta k by 2. So 2 gets cancelled, which will be equal to delta omega by delta k. So we can write this as Vg is equal to d omega by dk. This is what the expression for wave or group velocity. Now let us see the angular frequency and wave number of the de Broglie waves associated with a particle of mass m moving with velocity v. So we found that v is equal to vg, vp is equal to omega by k, and vg is equal to d omega by dk. So now there are two ways. One is what? Non-relativistic part and relativistic part. De Broglie waves, De Broglie wave equation for non-relativistic, or let us come with this omega is equal to what? 2 pi by nu. So the nu for the, always we consider when we are writing it in the form of nu for a formula related to a nu frequency, that will be in what? Relativistic form. So 2 pi m into c square is not nu, this is gamma. I will tell what is gamma is divided by h, where gamma gamma is equal to 1 over square root of 1 minus b square by c square. So this is what relativistic form. So now this wave w omega is equal to what? Substituting this omega in this equation, omega 2 pi m c square divided by h into square root of 1 minus b square by c square. So this is the angular frequency for a de Broglie wave moving of de Broglie wave associated with a particle of mass m moving with velocity v. Now the wave number, this is what? Angular frequency, angular frequency. Now wave number, for wave number it is k is equal to, k is small letter, so k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So 2 pi lambda we are not considering, I mean here we will be writing the formula for this one as 2 pi gamma m into v, m into v divided by h, divided by h. So this we can write a is equal to value of this omega, or the expression, required expression for that omega as 2 omega m 2 omega 2 pi 2 pi m v divided by h into square root of 1 minus b square by c square. This is the expression, or this is the wave number of the wave, de Broglie wave associated with a particle of mass m moving with velocity v. Now the de Broglie, now group velocity vg of the de Broglie waves associated with particle is vg is equal to d omega by dk. You can write this as d omega by dv by dk by dv, where d omega by dv, where d omega by dv is equal to 2 pi mv by h into 1 minus v square by c square whole to the power 3 by 2, 3 by 2. So if you differentiate omega with respect to v, you can get the value of this. We know the value of omega. So in the previous case we have seen that thing. Now dk by differentiating the value of k with respect to v, dv is equal to 2 pi m, 2 pi m divided by 1 sorry h into 1 minus v square by c square whole to the power 3 by 3 by 2. So this is for the dv by d omega by dv, and this is the expression for dk by dv. So in this whole derivation for the phase velocity and group velocity, what we did, we tried to understand what is the wave formula for an individual wave. Then we use that equation to derive the phase velocity and group velocity of a wave group.